Hello, Sketchbook Warriors. Actually, I lost the website, sketchbookheroes.com. That actually, they want to charge me for that one now, 2000 that I lost it. But anyways, we're going to start off simple tonight. We're going to start off with simple drawings, and then we're going to get a little more complex. It's important to know why you're drawing. Right now, with all this technology and everything, your why is more important than ever. Why you're drawing. And if you're just drawing to capture your ideas, that's a great way to start. If you're drawing because you're trying to learn to observe and see things, that's also great. If you're trying to expand your imagination, that's also great. So we are going to start with the basics, and we're going to start off really simple. I got this little bear here tonight, and then we'll probably end up with an R2D2 or some other more complex drawings here. So let's start off with our bear. All right, so we're going to start off with the bear and see how it looks. Actually, let me see if I have to highlight myself. Hi, I'm Francois. Welcome. So let me see. I don't know how it looks because I can't really see myself. I don't know. They changed and things are changing. And let me see. Speaker. Oh, there we go. Speaker. No, that's not. Hold on. I'm going to try to highlight myself, but I don't see myself. So that makes it kind of hard. No, I don't see myself. Here, let me see. Oh, show self view. Maybe that's, no. Huh, really weird. And I am recording so far, so hold on one second. Have your pencils and paper. Alrighty. Oh no. Jeez Louise. Okay. Hold on for 1 second. I don't see anything. I don't see my settings now. I just lost it. Alright, here we go. Ah, there it is. Oh, there it's on the screen. I have two screens going now. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I don't see. Oh, I know it. I need to go to participants. There we go. There we go. I think, oh, here we go. Ta-da! I think that works better. Ah, here we go. Now I see it. Now that's better. I think I need to just turn it around. Oh, here we go. That's it. Now we're talking. Now I can see what we're doing. I just need to bring the focus. All right, here we go. Welcome, Warriors. Sometimes you got to go through those challenges. All right, and make it. So it's a little out of focus, but oh, I remember there's a button. Bam, there's a button I found on my new camera here. Let me see. Is it working? Where's that picture? That button? The button's not working. One of these buttons help with focus. Is that it? No, no, no.
Eladio, I,
Yes.
I see 10-minute timer YouTube.
Oh,
Is
you
that
do.
what you intend to have us?
No, I had a 10-minute timer. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's better. There we go. That's better. Sorry. I believe I'm recording. Yeah, it's out of focus right now for some reason. Just 1 second. All right. Focus, focus. Come on. Hmm. Weird. Focus. There we go. That's it. Let's move back. Oh, there. Oh, that's better. Okay, so we're going to start off with this bear. Let's see, if you want to screenshot it, you can screenshot it. And we're going to start off with this bear right here. And then we're going to go draw other stuff. Now, what's interesting about everything's made up of shapes. So as you draw, again, it's important to know why you're drawing. What are you drawing? Well, today, we're just really, when we do this class, we just draw to observe and learn to see. All right, so I'm going to break this drawing. So if somebody can screenshot it and put it in the chat, that would be great. And let's see if we can get that going. I can't screenshot it myself for some reason. Let me see, because once I go to screenshot, it actually, my screen disappears. Yep, 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 yep. All right. Ooh, we're seeing some old face, some long timers who've been here for a while. All right, let's see something in the chat. Let's see if, oh, all right, Mika, thank you so much. All right, so it is in the chat. There it is. I will now, let's get started. Here we go. Ooh, that took a little while. And I don't like that we're not focused here. All right, well, it's all good. It's all good. We'll figure this out. Let me see. Yeah. Maybe if we zoom in. I don't know. None of these little buttons are working right now for some reason today. Hmm. Oh, there we go. Maybe I'm not pressing it right. There we go. That's much better. Up. Focus. Oh, come on. Sorry, technical difficulties. Oh, making me sweat. All right. Well, let's just do it. No, okay. Yeah, there was a button on here that was working as last time. Okay. Oh, there it goes. There we are. All right. Oof. Sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. All right, let's do this. Whew. Okay. All right. So everything's made up of shapes. We're going to break this down. I can see the shape of the head is like an oval shape, and it's actually a little bit wider at the bottom, but it's pretty oval. You can see the height and the width. Everything has shapes. We've got a circle shape. There we go. And all I'm doing, I'm going to scribble it in. Let's move my paper up. There we go. Oh, I'm losing the focus. Let's try it one more time. There it is. All right, cool. And I am using a ballpoint pen from the Drake in Chicago. This pen has traveled quite a bit. And it's really just, we're going to start off with two circles because I think the body is probably just maybe a little bit wider than the head, but we have to start somewhere. And the circle is perfect because it has the same height, same width. And all we're doing is drawing shapes. Everything's made up of shapes. And it's a good practice to draw shapes, draw your shapes, especially circles and squares. All right, now we're going to draw the face. And the face is divided in half. So we got to divide that circle in half. Bring it out a little bit wider. Just pull it out a little bit, even almost like pull the cheeks out just slightly. And it's ever so slightly. Just slightly, a little bit wider. There we go. That's it. A little bit more cheeks, just slightly. If you can get it, if you can, great. If not, it's all good. There we go. That looks good. All right. And right in the middle, we got that middle. Let's do our fourths. We're also going to do these guidelines really help having finding the center lines. These axis lines really help. So we're going to do those and then draw the center part of the mouth. So the mouth is an oval shape as well, with a kind of like a circle there in the middle. So there's this like circle part, top part, and then the cheeks are kind of like this oval shape that kind of fit in there like this, right? Everything has a place and kind of have to make it all fit. It's like a puzzle. Every time you're drawing something, all the shapes, all the parts, it's the most economical puzzle. All you need is a pen, pencil, piece of paper. You can find anywhere, even a stick on sand, anywhere you can do this drawing. All right. Times are tough. So you can see it's in that bottom half. We're looking at fractions. We're looking at how everything fits. It's all about relationships, really. Seeing the relationships, the height compared to the width, where things fit. Like this is halfway point. Now we're going to put in the eyes in here. I can break this into fourths as well, and it's on the inside of the fourths. If we use the fourths, and they're just little circles. There's a little bit of a highlight, so you want to try to keep the inside maybe a little bit white. I kind of got it. And there it goes. And then let's do the nose. I try to go, in a sequence. Try to see big shapes first, and then middle size shapes. But here we're just going for it. So start off with the papa shapes. These are mama shapes, kind of medium sized shapes. There is kind of like an oval shape that goes under. It goes under. Maybe it doesn't stick out as much, but I made it stick out a little more. That's okay. And when I see a circle or an oval, I think of it as a clock, or even in this fourths, you can see how it's inside that quarter. And you can see it as a clock as well. And see how it fits, like between 3 o'clock and noon. It's in there, kind of like that. There we go. There's the ears. Let's do the nose. The nose is in the top half, probably a little bit further up because there's half. You want to try to learn to see fractions, how big things are, how they fit, the proportions, how big something is compared to something else. There is a highlight in there, a highlight which makes the nose shiny right in there, right about there on the left side. I'm going to shade everything else. There we go. There's the nose. And he's got a little line. He's a really serious bear. Serious bear. And he's got a tie. And now let's do the legs. You can see the body's actually pretty close to that circle. And we did make that circle wider. And then here we're going to go even wider for the arms. And actually the arms come off the neck. This would be, if this is 6 o'clock, well, right in the middle, 45 degree, right about there, coming out. And on this side, also coming out, would be there. And on the inside, oh, I can see there's a little bit of shade on the inside of the ears if you want to get those. All right, 6:15 already. All right, and we're well underway. If you have any questions, put them in the chat. I think I've got, I'm not sure how this whole thing is set up. I'm not happy with my setup still, but it's all good. I'm using a laptop now. All right, here we go. We're going to do the feet. We're going to do the feet. The feet are on this outside, and they go pretty far out. I can sometimes use this when you don't know how far out. You can use this ear and at an angle see how far the feet go out. So I'm looking at this ear. I can see this angle, and the foot is about from here out at this angle should probably be right about in there, right about there. Because that really helps. Seeing these angles kind of come out that way. This way from the ears, how far that these feet need to be. And those are ovals as well. Maybe a little bit lower. I'm kind of looking at my paper at an angle. I can probably bring it a little bit lower. Shooting for accuracy and placement. You know, it's always trying to shoot for accuracy. It's not going to be 100% perfect all the time. The more you practice, the better you get. But even still, with practice, you know, accuracy is a tough one. It is a tough one. Do it for fun. Do it for you know, all these little tips and tricks help. Looking for angles, looking for proportions, looking for these different things. So I'm going to go from here, the top of the foot, and bring it over for that arm. Bring this other arm up, right about there. We've got a big old tie that's going to be right in here. See, I can see that as one big shape. And this is what I'm talking about because there's so much detail. I can see this as one shape, big shape, and then I can see it as middle-sized shapes, which are and then there's even detail on there. There's like little cross grid. There's like a grid on the tie. But I can see it as one big shape, and then I can see it as small shapes. You need to learn how to do that. That's like a skill, and going back and forth. All these little skills in drawing. There we go. That helps. All right, we're almost there. We need just the legs, I think. Okay, and the legs, they have some kind of wrinkles and stuff, but we'll try to see the big shapes first. They kind of come in and then kind of go out to that. It's from the center. So if you have your center line, I think I'm a little off center. That's okay. It's not about perfection. It's about practice. Practice, practice, practice. The more you practice, the more you'll progress. It's about progress. About doing. And I was recording something for somebody else yesterday, and I was like, wow, I did really good. Because I remember having a lot of ahs and ums, especially when I get nervous. I don't know how many ums I had right now because my camera wasn't working, but it is working now. Camera is working really well. All right, let's see what else. Let's observe. We've got the tie, two parts right here, one right here, one little part. And it's like a tooth. It looks like a tooth to me. It's almost a square at an angle, curved edges. There's a lot of little things going on. I'm not gonna break it down. I usually break down these shapes. That's what it's about, breaking it down. How is it constructed? How is it made? We go that one. We got this other one over here. There it is. And then we got the grid right on top. And the grid is the angles. Yeah, angles straight up and down. Kind of equal distant. Go straight up and down. That and then across. Right about something like that. And we got that. We're getting the feel of it. I can shoot for more accuracy, but it really depends on how accuracy you want to get. Because there's a little bit of shade on this right there, and there's a little more shade over here. So I'm shading really quick. I'm shading with a pen. It is possible. Shade, a little bit of shade. There we go. That looks good. Yeah, there's shade. Also, there's a little bit of shade here and there on this bear. Really subtle, subtle shading. Actually gets rid of my circle, the original circles that I had. We can add a little bit of shading. See this original circle, how I pulled it out. A little bit of shading if you can get it. That's next level. All this next level stuff. I'll try to start off simple. There we go. There's our bear. First drawing of the night. All right. Woo. So yeah, it's best to draw what you like. I don't know. We can have a choice right now. We can do the dumpster truck or the elephant. What else we got? We got a beetle. We got the space shuttle. Let me see. We got this sunflower. I like the sunflower. This one is nice, but some of the details way too small. This is really. Oh, actually, with the camera, it looks actually pretty good. But even still, that's for advanced. We need something a little more in the middle range because we did something simple. We're getting a little more complex. I have these cards from Pick a Flip. So let's see what we got. Ooh, this ladybug looks good. Got a Venus flytrap. Let's see. We're gonna go with maybe I like the beetle. Let's do something simple. This dog's cute. Roof. So we can do a rough drawing of that one. All right, here we go. I think we're gonna go with one of those. I don't see anything in the chat. Is there something in the chat? I don't see. Kind of hard on this. I tried setting up my two computers here. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties. Let me see. Oh, here we go. There's that. Okay. Ooh, there's something new. Oh, okay, cool. Elephant. Somebody wrote elephant. Let's do the elephant. All right, cool. All right, thank you. Oh, and Francois. Great. So we're gonna draw the elephant. Elephant. All right. Woo. This one's a pretty tough one, but we'll try to break it down. Break it down into basic shapes. I wonder. Okay, if somebody can screenshot that, that would be good, and then I'll download it, and then I will break it from there. We'll do that. That'll be good. So we had a couple people that did the screenshot and then put it up. There we go. All right, cool, awesome. All right, so I'm going to download it and then open it. Oops, save. All right, cool. We had two people do it. That's awesome. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's what I always say. All right, so let me see. Here we go. Now let me share my screen. I don't know where my. Oh, here it is. Maybe I should move this over here. Oh, oops. All right, here we go. It's on that screen. Trying to figure out what screen to put where. All right, here we go. Let's share. There we go. Share screen one. All right, cool. There we go. And I wonder if I can draw on it now. Here we go. All right, let's do it. Annotate. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see. Oh, here we go. It is working. Where's my tools? Oh, there they are. A little small. I want a square.
Eladio,
Yes.
we see the 10 minutes timer.
Oh, really? Oh,
Mhm.
that's weird. Okay, let me stop again. Oh, that is weird. The timer. Okay, I have it for screen one. 10-minute timer. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. No, it should be that.
No, but that's great. Now we see the bear, the drawing.
Okay, yeah, the bear drawing. Here, let me see. I'm trying to share the screen number one. And how's that? Are we seeing the 10-minute timer again? Or is it
Yeah, the
1 minute?
10-minute timer, yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. Ooh, that is weird. Hmm. Oh, where's the 10-minute timer? Oh, here's the 10-minute timer. I see that screen. I have it on my screen one. Huh. That is really weird. Because that's this screen here. See, that's the 10-minute timer right there. Let me make that one smaller. Stop sharing that one. And then share my screen again. See if this works now. All right, how's that? Do you see the elephant now?
Now we see wait, time will be slowed down by the set of multiple quality. We see a black. I see a black screen with some white writings,
Really?
and
You
now I
know,
see you making blue line.
oh, but you don't see the elephant.
Mm-mm.
Oh, wow. That's weird. Okay, let me close that. Okay, let me try a different, wow, that's really bizarre. Okay, here, hold on. I did download it, so let me see if I can open it. Here we go. Go to downloads. Downloads. Oh, here it is. There it is. Mm, That's this one today. Is that it? No. Huh, that's weird. Yeah. I'm gonna try to. Oh, somebody's drawing up there. Great. If you look inside the if you look inside, here it is. An image. The chat. Somebody uploaded their drawing of the bear. That's awesome. Great job. Fantastic. Oh, okay. I see where it's at. It's in the. It's. Oh, maybe I can open it from here. Yeah. Oh, okay. Here, hold on. Let me see.
Wow.
Yeah. Looks good, huh?
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah. It's great shot. Great job. Ah, not in the downloads. Ah, weird. Let me try downloading it one more time somewhere else. Okay, here we go. There it is. Right there. Ah, here we go. Now I see it. Okay, let's try this. Okay, I think it's the same. All right, here we go. Let's share our elephant and see if we can do it this time. Hopefully, hopefully. There, can you see elephant? I don't hear you.
Yes.
Okay, great. Woo. All right, here we go. So we're going to annotate this time. All right, here we go. Let's annotate this elephant. So we're going to draw a square on it. Let's see how we can see. See, I see the body and I see a square, but where exactly is that square? So here we go. There's that. Oh, I'm glad I have my mouse today. And let's see. Ooh, I need, oh yeah, select tool. Everything's a little bit smaller. Ah, I see right in there is where I see a square. Right in there, I see a square. And if I copy and paste that square, it looks like here, let me see. That's good. That's good right there. And let's copy that and paste. And there we go. Now we have two exact same squares. And I think I can put it up here. Yeah, right in there. That'll help us get our placement. Let's see. Here we go. That's the middle right there. Okay, right there. So that's the middle. So that'll be good. And I think yeah, I can screenshot this. This I can screenshot and I'll put in the chat. Here we go. Let me get, there we go. Screenshot. There we go. I think I can do it. Yes, it's working here. All right. So I'm going to screenshot this one and put it in the chat. Capture. Put that in the chat. There we go. Now let's do this. Okay. Woo. Hard work, hard work. All right, all right, right. Hang in there. You got to hang in there. You got to. All right, here we go. This one's a little tougher, but we're breaking it down. We've broken it down. We're breaking it down into, but we're using shapes. So we're using this grid. So square has the same height, same width. So that's going to be the hard part. We're just going to draw the two squares. And this is the big shapes. This is going to help us with the placement. We know the feet are going to kind of go a little bit below it. And what's awesome about the square is it has the same height, same width, no matter how big or small you draw it. It's going to have the same height, same width. You can draw it really big or small. Now we're going to go to the middle point here, halfway here, halfway. And we're going to just follow that line out about as far as it is here. See, this is the relationship. I actually did this on purpose. I made a relationship. I made the two squares right next to each other, but they're at midway point. So whatever this width is how far out you should go with this second square. And then we're going to go up, which is the same amount. You can take a measurement and check check the height, the width. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. It should probably be, it should kind of be right about there. You can see this now lines up to the middle of that square. And we have our two squares. And that's going to get us going with our elephant. All right, here we go. So it'll fit in those two squares. Ah, there it is. I see it. Okay. Okay, so the eye is like right here. That eye is going to be right where that two squares kind of meet. Let's start off with should we start off with the head? Let's start off with the hardest part first. Let's see, how's that looking on my camera? That looks good. I think I'm gonna move this screen over here. Does that help? All right. Welcome, welcome everybody. All right, here we go with our third drawing of the night. Um, is it our third or second? I think it's our second. Sorry. Here we go. All right, you have your two squares. All right, there we go. I think that looks good. Everything should fit in there. Why don't we start with this circle? Because it's kind of hard to see, but there's a circle for the head. It goes around that eye. That eye is almost like in the middle, and the circle kind of fits like right in here, right in here, right in between. Actually, these fourths. We use the fourths. We break the fourths and the fourths, and I kind of see. Draw this really, sketch this really lightly, but that's kind of like where the head is at, like right around that point. And there's a lot of detail in there. I think it's going to be hard to draw that. I'm going to have to draw it bigger so you can see that detail in there. All right, so the head's right about there. And then we have the ear. The ear kind of comes down and it goes past the halfway point here, this half side, and then it kind of comes up and down. It does like a little roller coaster. The top of that circle comes down, and then it goes up, and then there we go. That's it. Kind of trying to capture that shape. That shape. There we go. That's the ear. So we start off with a circle for the head. Now we added the ear. Notice how it fits in there. Notice how it fits in there. It's like a puzzle. It is like a puzzle. This ear as it goes down and then curves. And this could probably be another circle, little circle in there, little circles, or even angles, rounded tip there. But notice how it fits in there. That's pretty good. Then we got there's a lot of detail in there in that tusk, in that Tuscany. So let's see what we can do. Maybe even zoom in a little bit. We're gonna zoom on our Zoom call here. Oh, it looks like we zoomed out. There we go. Well, we're in as far as we can go, actually. I can probably move the camera down, but I'm afraid to change anything. All right, so we're gonna focus on, there's a lot of little parts here, but we're gonna focus on the trunk and how it's attached to the head. So the trunk is probably, yeah, it's at a quarter. So here's half, and here's a quarter. Need to learn to see fractions, simple fractions, quarters and thirds, especially when you're drawing faces and other stuff. You really only need like quarters, like a quarter, and they're getting rid of the penny. Quarters and then thirds. Well, thirds is kind of tough, breaking things into thirds, but it's still kind of, and that's all you really need. All right, so here at quarters, because that's the quarter on this side, more or less. Doesn't have to be exact. It's not exact science. It's art. We're going to have this, the trunk part. Now, the trunk shape is kind of like, let me draw it bigger over here on this side. The trunk is almost a triangle shape. It's almost like a triangle shape, that triangle shape, but it's rounded. We're gonna actually, there we go. It's got a little rounded tip, and then push it in a little bit. Push it in right there. This side gets pushed in. This side gets pushed out. So you're pushing it around a little bit to get this shape that we're going to need for that trunk. And then we've got the two little nostrils that go in there. Oh, sorry. So anyways, I'm into playing pickleball, and yeah, we I found a group of guys that we actually start singing now. Somebody comes up with a song, and while we're playing pickleball, we break into song. All right. Ah, anyways, here we go. This is in Art Altadena. Altadena. There we go. There it is. So we're gonna need that almost like a piggy nose. Looks like but anyways, it's really small. It's up here. It's gonna be right there. I'm gonna see how this goes. Then I have the trunk, the trunk, the trunks. I'm kind of blocking things in where things are gonna go. There's gonna be one tusk here, and the other tusk it's kind of coming out right here. It's like right in this area down here, the tusk. And then you've got one ear sticking out, the back ear back here, the back ear back here. is going to be sticking out right there. Okay, so we're trying to get the nose, the trunk, the trunk. There's a little bit of a curve to it. It comes down and curves in, comes down and curves in. So I'm kind of sketching it in lightly to see where I'm going to go. And let's start off with that nose, and then we can attach it to this head. Attach it to this head that we have already, because it's gonna kind of like. Ooh, actually, I'm already kind of sketching it, and I'm sketching lightly. Yeah, you sketch light until it's right, and then you go dark. Then you go dark. So I'm sketching it in lightly. Then I kind of like that. You can see all my little sketch marks, all the mistakes. Each one of them is kind of like you get it out there, and then you try to fix it, sketch it. All right, let's get that nostril in there. I kind of already attached it here. What's interesting and challenging about this shape here is that it tapers. So as it goes away, it gets smaller. And that's kind of really challenging shape to do. It's not a simple shape. So we are going with a little more advanced. Let's get that nostril in there. So let's do that nostril. A little bit of a band. Kind of like looks like a ghost. Big eyes, nostrils. And there we go. Well, it's not about perfection. Shade it in a little bit. That's good. And then right at the top, actually, ooh, that's interesting. It does come down. It does come down. Like it goes up to that point, like peak. I'm going to bring that down right there. See how it goes up? I had it going straight in, but I'm fixing it. I'm adjusting. I'm flexible. I'm adaptable. All right, here we go. And then it kind of, yeah, here we go. Goes up and over that. It goes down below the top of the head, and then it comes back up to the top of the head, that trunk. Then you've got two parts to this trunk. You got the inside part. Let's get that inside part in there. Let me see. The inside part actually hits the trunk, the tusk. The tusk, this tusk here, this tusk that's the lower tusk. So let's get that lower tusk in there. It's kind of like it starts off with a circle in here. You see that circle? I'm going to start off with that circle. I kind of have it sketched out here. I'm going to just blow out that bottom of that circle, this bottom right here, and bring that up. Down, there we go, right in there's that tusk. See that shape right in there. Oops, went up too high. There we go. There's that tusk. And that's in front. And this is how artists create shape. Space, the final frontier. Things are on top of things. Things are behind things. See that tusk is in front of the elephant head. There we go. And then, let's see. Yeah, there's two parts to this trunk. The other part of the trunk kind of sticks out a little bit. And bring it up and over. There it is. There's two parts at the bottom of that trunk. Kind of like that. That's how the artist drew it. And then we're going to come up on this side, kind of see a little bit of a mouth on this side, really slight. I think, I don't know, if it has something right in there. So I might have to, I'm going to have to bring this ear down. See, now that I see it, this line, actually, this ear should probably drop a little bit more. I'm going to adjust it. I'm going to bring it down. And I have a ballpoint pen, so I'm just going to go a little bit darker. There we go. There we go. Nobody knew. See, I was off a little bit. That's okay. Right there. Here we go. All right. Welcome, welcome. We're getting some more people here. We're up to 17. We had 50 people sign up. We're drawing for fun. You missed the easy ones. We're here on the hard ones. We're here on the hard drawings tonight. Where's the other one? Oh, here it is. We drew this earlier. Ta-da. If you look for Sketchbook Hero at YouTube, but we're gonna have to change that. We're gonna have to probably go to Sketchbook Warrior. I also own that one. I don't know, kind of lost all my websites there for a minute. Gonna have to adjust. All right, here we go. There's one trunk. We're almost there. Now I think we're halfway there. Oh, Tasmania. Hello, welcome from Tasmania, Susanna. Wow, we have somebody from Tasmania. That's awesome. Okay, fantastic. All right, so I don't know if you got the elephant. I'll put it up real quick again. We had something that just came in. This is the elephant we're drawing. It was in the chat. There it is. Look at that eye. Wow, that eye is going to be a challenge. There we go. There we go. So we're drawing this elephant. I've broken it up, breaking it up into parts. The eye's going to go in there. It's going to be too small for me to get all that detail. It's actually got some really good detail. See if I can. There we go. Yeah, yeah. It's got a pupil. You can actually even see the pupil. Wow. All right. Okay. Anyways, let's get that other Tuscany here. That other tusk, I kind of drew it in there lightly. You can see where I sketched it in lightly. I'm gonna have to. It does really just touch that one part. I kind of was really close to that, and it's behind the tu trunk, tusk trunk. Wow, really tongue twisters. A tusk trunk tongue twister. Wow, say that. A tusk trunk tongue twister. Tongue. There you go. A uh, tusk trunk tongue twister. All these T's. There we go. There we go. Let's go back to our. I'm sharpening up that tusk a little bit. There we go. That's good. That eye detail is really small. Well, you can actually even see it with a ballpoint pen. I mean, this is maybe my vision. It looks better on my screen. Yeah, my vision and my glasses. Okay, so we've got the details now. Let's get some of the details in here. I'm not going to get it exactly. I know there's these little lines that cut over. What's important is actually the roundness, getting that roundness in there. Almost like that. There's that. There's one up here. Probably just two on this top side. Two on that top side, and then the whole. I don't know how many are in here. I'm not gonna count. Yeah, that's close enough. And then the eye. The eye. I'm gonna get it round. I can't really even see it on my end here. That would be I wouldn't be able to do the pupil. I'm gonna have to go bigger. It was kind of like an irregular eyeball. And then what else is there? Uh, there's uh there's the eyelids. It has like two sets of eyelids. So there's two sets of eyelids. We're gonna go below it, above it. There's one set, and then we're gonna do another set. And those are probably wrinkles. There we go around that. Oh, actually, that's not bad. That's not bad considering how small that is. I am not getting the pupil though. There's a little pupil. If you can see it. Yeah, there you go. You can barely see that pupil. All right. Okay, okay. Here we go. Let's get that other ear. Hang in there. We got this. There we go. Now let's get the body. Let's get the body in there. Now there's direction for this. There's direction for this body. The legs kind of come out to the bottom of our square, and then they kind of change direction. So notice the whole direction of the leg kind of coming here and coming out in this direction, this angle, and then it kind of changes angle. And these shapes are rounded. This drawing is a little more challenging than our first drawing, a lot more challenging. So if you're having trouble, that's okay. That's okay. Maybe we'll go back a step and do this beetle. I think that beetle might be a little simpler than the complex shapes that are going on here, going forward and backward. And this shape is a little more complex. So yeah, maybe we'll take a step back with that beetle. All right, let's get this elephant going. He's got his little toes. He's got one, two, I see two toes. Really a lot of little detail. Probably some wrinkles in here. We kind of save that for last. There's some more wrinkles here too. Maybe two wrinkles. Notice how they curve right in there. All right, all right. Here we go. And all right. Let's get there we go. Let's get the rest of this. Oh, there's a leg that's right behind this other leg, sticks out right about there. And you can see one of the nails on this one. Bam, right in there. Wah, wah, wah. All right, all right. Here we go. All right, there it is. Not too shabby. All right, here we go. All right, so we got the legs. Pretty solid. That's the challenge, making it solid. And then here we go with the body. The body, I do see kind of like an oval shape here. They're just kind of banged up, but there's like a circle oval shape. It does kind of like have a little bit of a hump right in there. See that hump? As an oval, I'm adding this little bit of a hump, a little bit of a rump, and then it comes down. Let me see. Oh yeah, comes down right around that line, that back line, and it is further back. If you watch this angle here, if you watch this angle where the feet are the back foot is a little bit higher up and a little bit smaller and a little bit almost, I would say, straighter, a little bit straighter because it is kind of like in space. Things that are smaller go further back, things that are higher up. And actually, that's all comes to space pods placement. And so things that are lower on your paper are closer to you, things that are higher are further back. That's placement pods. Then O, we have overlapping. So things that are underneath and over. This is how artists create space. This ear is on top. So there's some overlapping. This belly here goes over this leg. It looks like it has two wrinkles right in there, kind of like that. And then the tail. The tail looks really stiff. I'm gonna put a little more swing to it, and then a little bit of that to the tail. I'm changing my tail. I like that kind of tail. There we go. That has a little more swing to it. You can see that. There we go. It's like a little chili pepper at the end. Maybe a little too thin. I could thicken it up with some pesto sauce. There we go. Ah, too dark. All right, let's see. Let's finish up this foot and we'll be done. There's a little bit of a bump there. Here we go. Let's get that bottom foot and do two nails on that side as well. Shaded in a little bit. There is some shading. If you see the shading, the body has a little bit of shading in there. That bottom part right in there. So just add a little bit of shading. Where else? Inside the ear. Inside the ear, there's some shading. So we have the ear kind of coming in like this, like a little crescent. And then there's like a little wrinkle right there. And then that is shaded. There's a whole thing is shaded. Right there with a ballpoint pen shading. There it is. All right, that looks good. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. But there's our elephant. Not too shabby. Maybe a little bit more shading here and there. This is the icing on the cake. You really need to learn to see the shapes. Learn to see all that first. And then, bam, there you go. And you can be drawing animals. You got to find what you like to draw. You can be drawing landscapes. That's what Bob Ross did. Bob Ross just did landscapes. He never did portraits, didn't draw animals, maybe birds, happy clouds. Find what you enjoy doing. Find your why. And there we go. There we go. I think that's it. We're gonna go to the there we go. We're gonna go to this one. We'll go to the beetle. Beetle, I can almost see it's almost square. It's a little bit taller than a square. This is also a rectangle. But let's see if somebody one can it's got some complex shapes, but they're simple. They're almost compound shapes. This is an interesting beetle. Somebody can screenshot that and post it. There we go. Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you, thank you. All right, okay. All right, here we go. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna download it this time and do that again. Here we go. And then this is gonna be smoother, I think. Let's see, where did that folder go? Oh, there it is. All right. Okay, let's share my screen and let's see if we can break this down. Oh, let's make it bigger. Oh, there we go. Nice technology. It's awesome when it works. And when it doesn't, it's like, what's happening? The world's coming apart. All right, so let me see. I need this screen. Ah, there it is. It's on this side. Move it over here for now. All right, share my screen. There we go. Well, that one, screen one, share. There we go. Annotate it. All right, let's start off with the square again. Let's see where the square fits. If the square fits, how big of a square? Because we can actually go really big with a square. I mean, we can see, ooh, I like that square right there. You see, when you first start drawing, you want to look and analyze what you're going to draw before you draw it, right? What are the biggest shapes you can see? Like, I can see the square right in there. Look at that. That fits almost perfect. See, so it has the same height, same width. So I can see that square there. See, right? The arms, how they fit in there. That would help. And then if I make it this smaller, right about there, we'll have the size. We'll bring that over. Yeah, there it is. There's that body right there. If I could fit it there, I can see it goes above the square. It's actually inside the square a little bit, and it comes out the bottom of the square a little bit. So now that could be our point of reference. I can copy that, and paste it. And I know that this square is exactly the same size as this one right here. I can bring that up right up there. I know there's a little bit of a gap here. And I can use that as a guide. Ooh, look at that. The top of the, see, I look for these relationships. The top of these arms or legs are where that top of that square is. See, I can see right across. Then down here, ooh, if I were to paste another one, Control V, I can see that how far these legs go. There we go. That's about halfway point right there. Halfway there. I can see that. Okay, so I think that's good. I think somebody loves bugs out there. The love bug. All right. Yeah, bugs are interesting. Beetles, especially, there's thousands of different kinds of beetles, which is pretty interesting. And the Egyptians, they held them in high, the scarabs, which is a beetle, in high regard, I guess. All right, here we go. Let's screenshot this and get going on this. Just three squares, two and a half. Oh, that's a half square. Uh-oh, I have some space right there. Oh, that doesn't, that, I don't like that. Hold on. Let me cancel that. Something happened here. Where's my tools? Uh-oh, oh, well, I lost my tools. Where'd my tools go? I just have a hand. Oh, well. Okay, I will just screenshot it anyways. It's not off by that much. All right, let's do this. Enough dilly-dallying. Here we go. Capture. All right, there we go. Let's throw it in the chat. It's in the chat. Let's stop sharing. Let's go to, there we go. Let's do this. Yeah, feel free to share your drawings. People are sharing their drawings in the chat. That's great. You can figure it out. If you can't, sorry. I mean, that's a challenge. Sometimes you need a little bit of patience, especially with technology and stuff that's foreign, unknown. We'll probably it's going to be close to 7. I'll take requests. I'll take if you want to draw something in particular, plants, flowers. I don't know. We've got all kinds of stuff. I don't know what you like. Well, we've got a ladybug here. I don't like the ladybug. Oh, some bugs. Got this other. We got the ladybug here. Oh, all right, all right. No, we're gonna do the Ooh, you know what? I don't have the beetle. Oh, actually, that's how we did the beetle. A laughing face. A laughing face. Huh. Yeah. I don't know. Is that what that bug is? Beetle's called? I don't know. All right, let's do our squares. Let's get the show under the road. Let me move my screen here a little real quick. There we go. Oh, I gotta figure this one out. Okay, I'll look at that one. Okay, so it's not in focus. Hopefully it'll get in focus. By laughing face. Oh, that's your request. Okay, let's see. All right, cool. Plants or flowers at different angles would be good to show. All right, to show perspective. Okay, great. I just had okay, cool. So that we'll do a laughing face. Is that like a person's face? I think laughing face. Yeah, that's tough because we can talk about the proportions of a face, and then laughing is kind of interesting. Um, a laughing face. There we go. Yes, a person's face. There we go. And then plants and flowers. We might start with the plants and flowers because that's a little more. It's a little simpler, and then we'll probably finish up with the face. So you can hang in there. Hang in there. All right. Let's get to our beetle here. Beetlejuice. All right. Ooh, I did a pickle today. Pickled somebody. A pickle is when you don't let the other team score, which is kind of mean because with pickleball we try to be friendly. I don't know. There's some pickleballers out there that are not that friendly. Okay, so there's our square. Ours our base. I know we need some space above it. Ooh, we need some space above it, and then some space, a little bit of space here between our second square. Right there, a little bit of space, and then we go below it, another square. We're eyeballing it. Eyeballing it. I can measure it. I can actually, oh, that's not too bad. I can make the mark here and check my square. Not too bad. That's good. That's a good exercise. Go down to here, okay, and check the width. The width should be the same. That's easy. The top and the bottom. Not going anywhere. Oh, focus, focus. Stay on task. The power of focus. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to take your eyeballs. TikTok and all those people, they're trying to take your focus, your attention. Attention, please. And then they show you the commercials. Like, oh, commercials. All right, here we go. We have our two squares, and then, oh, we have our third square. Our third square is down here. It's really just like half a square. That's how far the feet are going to go, but these are the important ones. We'll start off, there we go. So you should have two squares with a space in between the two squares a little bit. That's how we did it. All right, so let's take a look here. It is less than a half. So here's our half. So here's a half of our square about, and then below that is this shape that kind of fits in here. Fits in here. It's a rectangular, and it's a rectangle here, but it's rounded. All right, so it's rounded, but I see this rectangle shape here, that how it fits there, and it's rounded. So we're going to round that bottom corner, round this bottom corner, and then we're going to do the pinchers. Okay, we're having, all right, I'm still trying to get this elephant. All right, that elephant, is that mine? That looks really good. Wait a minute. Okay, I don't know, that looks like the original. I don't know, is it okay? Did somebody draw that? That looks really good. Hold on, I gotta compare it to the actual drawing. Where did that elephant go? Oh, there it is. Uh, that looks like somebody's drew it. That's really good. Oh my gosh, your accuracy is insane. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's really good. Yeah. Wow, wow, amazing. You shot very good. Iramoni, Iramoni. Okay, so cool. Yeah, you go at your own pace. It's not a race. You go at your own pace. The best advice I can give you is you got to find your own pace. And that's the hardest thing about teaching in a class. Sometimes a teacher goes too fast, sometimes a teacher goes too slow, and it's like, you got to find your own pace and really, okay, you know, go with it, go with it. So if it's too easy, you might get bored. If it's too hard, you give up. So wherever you are, don't give up. Don't quit. Quitters don't win, and winners don't quit. All right, here we go. 'Cause, sometimes things get slow. Do you know how I can see the bug subject photo at the same time as watching you draw? Oh, okay. Here, let me see. I can probably put it next to. There we go. Ooh, I have to be on the left side because we've got a rocket. Oh, well, unless we all of a sudden drew the bug upside down, that would have probably been a good idea. But or I can cut this. Let's put this on this left side. Get a little bit of reflection. Let me see if I move. There's where there's a will, there's a way. Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of reflection. I moved a little to the left, a little to the right. No, it's better on this side. Yeah, there we go. Maybe, I guess we're gonna have to move everything a little bit. But the more I go to that side, yeah, you can see all that. There we go. All right, that's a little better. Yeah, I've rounded the edges, and it actually kind of pushes in a little bit. There's all these, I mean, depending on how accurate you want to get, it's really cool, because I've got the big stuff, and then all this little detail and really observing how things get squeezed in there, and then this triangular thing that's here as it swoops out and tapers in, right, comes up here. Let's see. My drawing. All right. You know how I can see the bug subject? Okay, cool. There we go. That was somebody's request. All right, let's go back. There we go. I'm looking at three different screens now. All right, cool. As I'm drawing, I cover up so not the ideal, but it's not bad. All right, so here we go. We are kind of starts off almost the middle here and continues and kind of curves up. There is this kind of like oval or egg shape. This oval or egg shape, you can kind of see that it goes all the way up there like that. That's good. All right, cool. Then right in the middle, we've got if I just draw a line down the middle as a symmetry, line of symmetry, that'll help. Because this is a symmetrical symmetry. When you're drawing bottles and you're drawing stuff that are symmetrical, it's good to have that line that goes down the middle. It really helps. And then here we go. Let's draw that proboscis. I think it's called a proboscis. Could be. I don't know. It does have a little bit of a point to it, a little bit of a curve, almost like a knife. Kind of looks like a knife. Proboscis, I think. And then it comes down here, comes all the way down. Pretty straight. Little curves in there, bring it down, curve it out. Almost like a W. There's details in there on the top of that, which we'll get in a minute. Yeah, here's that was my halfway point, and it goes below that halfway point. There we go. That looks good. All right. It is pretty thin, but where it starts off and it's attached to the head, it starts off thick, and then it gets thin and it stays thin right in there as it goes up. As it goes up and forward. And we had our oval shape there, which really helps get that structure of this bug. We have a bug lover out there. That's awesome. Somebody who loves bugs. I really like the roly-polies. I've seen a few today. Yeah, I was growing them. But what's really important here is how it's attached, right? So you can see how this first part, you can almost see a triangle. If I were to continue this, but it's all dark. We're going to shade it all, but you can almost see that triangle in there. Same thing on this side. It is attached. It goes from the tapers, which is challenging. It goes wide, and then it goes thinner. And then again, it follows that kind of like oval shape that we had. It looks better on my screen than in real life. Yeah, don't compare to despair. Inspire. I know. Because that's the thing. There's always going to be somebody that draws faster or more experience. There's always going to be somebody that draws slower or no experience, or they don't even draw. They just admit defeat. I can't draw. I can't do math. I can't read. I can't write. It's funny how people just accept that, With reading and writing, though, that's so important. You don't do that, but you struggle to learn to read and write, and it's got its parts and whole and sequences. And anyways, that's looking good. I'm looking up on my screen and I go, oh, that looks pretty good. All right, here we go. Yeah, there's reflection in there. There's a dark part. So let's get that actually. This goes dark in here. There's like a little dark, almost like closed eyes. Looks like closed eyes. Now this is dark in here. And the shading, hard to see. Oh yeah, no, there's a little bit of a reflection. It's because it's shiny and the black doesn't go right to the edge. It's the edge is kind of light. That makes it look shiny. Right there. I kind of widen it up a little bit. Notice how I don't go right to that edge. That. And then maybe it's lightly, there's a little bit of a light, not light, but a gradient. It doesn't go straight black. Gets a little lighter. Same thing around here. So you can see how I have it sketched lightly. Then as I go down, I get it darker. There's like this whole dark core shadow that's right in here. This core shadow that's right in there. And that's what makes it look shiny. It makes it look shiny as it goes darker in there. Oh, all right, it's getting later. People watching FIFA. I haven't watched one single game, believe it or not. Everybody's telling me, "Oh, did you watch this game? Watch that game?" Oh, no. But here we are, Sketchbook Heroes, Sketchbook Warriors. We're drawing. We're doing our own little battles. We're getting involved. I'll play soccer. I'll play pickleball. You gotta get out there and take action. Not just be a consumer. I don't know. Yeah, there was people playing at soccer today at the park. I don't know. They were younger. I don't know if I would jump in. Slow down. Hold on. Oh, there's the head. I think that's the head of the beetle. The Beatles. Love you, yeah, yeah, yeah. Love like that. That's when they started. They were all lovey-dovey. You can tell the different stages that they went through when you hear their music. When they got into their psychedelics. All right, here we go. Let's see. Shall we do the top arms or the body? Let's do the body. That's going to be challenging. Challenging. All right, let's do the body. The body comes down and is attached to the bottom square, kind of like this, almost like a neck. This could be almost like a neck as it comes down to the body like that. Right there. I'll move that up. There we go. That looks pretty good on my screen. I don't know. I have a giant screen in front of me. All right, that looks good. All right, here we go. Now this bottom body part looks like a tongue. Looks like a tongue. Hmm. All right, so what it means is it's going to go in and then it's going to go out, kind of like it's going to go in like a shield. Shield the courageous, be curious, ask questions, be creative, make stuff that's never been made before in your own way, and be courageous. The three C's. Curious, you are here because you're curious. How? How did he draw that? How did he do that? I broke it into shapes. It's all about shapes. And then create your own shapes. All right, so you can see this kind of like a circle shape. Woo! I think I found it. I'm just kidding. Showed up on my screen. All right, let's see. Ooh, that looks good. That looks good. Almost looks like a shield. I am using that axis line to kind of help. It does go below the square, that first square that we drew. And it comes in like that. And it's kind of like a circle in there. See that circle? It's attached, that shape. And the more you draw these shapes, the more you kind of like, oh, okay, I see that shape. I can see this circle in there. Right? I can see that circle. And then we start breaking it down. Oh, yeah, looks like it comes in like a V. There's a V in here. A V right in there. There's V. Turtleneck. Oh, and a little tie. It's starting to look, I use my imagination. It looks like an alien with a little tie and little belly. That's funny. Oh my gosh, that's too much. Too much fun. Oh yeah, imagination. Oh my gosh, imagination, the greatest nation. This helps with your imagination, right? Really? Yes. There we go. I think there's a little bit of darkness right in there, that tip, and then a little more darkness right in there, right in there. I don't know. He's got a shirt. Keep your shirt on. Yeah, and then all the shading. No, we won't do the shading. Let's get this. It's not symmetrical. There is like two parts. There's like this one part on this one side, another part on this one side, and then it looks like a flame. You know, it's the body, that body. Oh, there's like a big smile. Two eyes and this smile that kind of goes out here like this. Hmm. It's attached somehow. And it depends on how accurate you want to get. I know, I forgot her name right there. I can look it up. The elephant. Wow, that was really accurate. You shot also your, yeah, so amazing. Awesome. Da-da-da. Let me see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you shot. Oh, you're sharing your work. That's awesome. You also shared your, yeah, that's great. Fantastic. All right, so I'm looking at this, and it's more than just an oval. The oval is just to get my shape started in there, but there are angles. See, this is more of a triangle shape, more of a triangle shape. I can start giving it a little bit more shape and try to shoot for accuracy. I do kind of like start off with like ovals. I draw ovals everywhere. It's really just ovals, and then the details, and seeing how everything fits. See the smile that goes on here. See, I see it as a smile, but it's really just this shape we're trying to draw. Looks like a flame. And it actually comes down the middle a little bit more. And then I can shade it all. Actually, ooh, it's got a really soft edge. The edges are really soft. Some of them are really sharp and hard, but like down here, it's a soft edge, a really soft edge. It's not like really, you have a little bit, almost like you see them fading it, and then it goes dark. These other edges up here are sharp. There's a little bit of in and out here, in and out. I think in and out. Right in here, I think there's a little bit of in and out right here in this part. That's what a hamburgers. I thought that's what we were gonna have tonight, but we had a salad and yeah, it was good. And tortellinis. I don't know what it's called, tortellinis. Yeah, my yep. My girlfriend, she's a great cook. I'm lucky. All right, there we go. So here we go with this shape, this design that's on the body. Notice how it fits on there. Notice how much space around it I kind of have. That's the like a puzzle, putting it to all these pieces together. And I'm shading it. And then here I'm trying to keep that, those edges up here are sharp, and then down here it softens up. So it softens up. You really don't see that sharp edge of that shape right at the bottom. Here these edges are a little bit sharper. There we go. Ooh, that looks pretty good. Wow. Wow, I thought this was going to be, well, yeah, I knew it was going to be a little, this is, looks so, I feel this is simpler than the elephant. But the shading here is what's making it a challenge. So here it goes dark, and then it gets lighter as it comes out here, and it comes around here. But it has a really soft edge. All this is really soft. I'm kind of almost shading in circles, circulars. There's different ways to shade. Circles is a good one. Sometimes I do hatching, which is like lines, and sometimes I go with circles. Those are the two big ones. If you're into shading or want to get into shading, and then this kind of stops right in here. And I can go back in here and make it darker, more circles, more shading. I want to go darker or soften up these edges. Go on this other side as this comes up this way. Little circles, and then up here, right at the top though, it is a little bit dark, and then from there, as it comes down, it lightens up. It lightens up as it comes down. I don't know. I've been wanting to play with the format. I might because we do have the Hangouts, and the Hangouts are cool. Um, and I'm thinking of trying different things. I just renewed our meetup for 200 and something dollars, 250, I think it was 250 for the year. I was gonna cancel and stop. Well, I guess we're gonna go for another year. I did stop the automatic subscription, so there will probably be a countdown now as when our drawing classes will end. Will end. So after we started in COVID, which is 5 years ago, and then we're going to once a month, and now I don't know. We'll see. There's still a lot of other things I want to do, and I'm working on. All right. I think that's great for the head and the body. Now all we need are the legs. We need the legs. We can zoom out a little bit. Let's see how it's looking. There we go. Zoom out a little bit. Yeah. See if we get it. Let's get those legs in there. Let's see here. We can sketch them in really lightly. They're coming out. We have two that are coming out. We have coming out here, and they almost curve out to there, right there. I can see where it starts and stops, and there's a little bit of a curve. There's a little bit of an elbow in there, right in the middle of that. So I kind of have this and this. So from this middle coming up, I'll go a little bit darker. It goes to right about there. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Yeah, right at the top of I'm probably gone a little bit high. Now that I'm looking at this relationship, just a little bit higher than I need to, because it's from the top of this rectangle square that we did. A little bit lower. So right about there. I wasn't too far off. Right about there. And then it curves. So it comes out and then it curves up. And then right in the middle of that is kind of like an elbow. All right. So there's one arm. Let's do the other one. Same thing. Comes out. And right about at the top, right out here, we'll curve it. Yeah, there we go. Right in the middle is that elbow. All right. Let's okay. So we'll do the top two arms and then we'll do the top two arms and then the bottom two legs or arms or whatever that is. If we add two eyes in here, this really looks kind of like he's got a crown or some kind of alien. Really, I use my imagination and it's kind of like, oh my God. And I think there's a little something up here. I don't know. All right, let's get to finishing this up, and then we got some faces to draw and some plants to draw. And then we'll call it a night. It is 7:16. Let's try to get this done by 8 o'clock. So, all right, here we go. Let's see if we can do this. Let's zoom in a little bit. Zoom, zoom, zoom on, zoom. We're gonna zoom on, zoom, zoom, zoom. All right, here we go. We got a claw up here. It looks like that. It looks like a claw. The claw. Um, like a two, like the letter C, and then there's another little bump right in there like that. Yeah, can you see that? Yeah, so it's like kind of like the letter C in there. And then there's that right where the elbow is, and then it's kind of coming out, and it's pretty thick here. It's just thick as it comes to this part right here. This thickness. If you get it too thin, that's okay because you can always thicken it up afterwards. If you look and seeing the thickness of it, the thickness of this line, and then here it goes even thicker right in there as it attaches itself. If you do it too thin, that's okay. Actually, this I start off with a line. I'm just thickening that line, thickening, thickening that line. There's little details and stuff in here if you want to add. Really do your observation. I can't do everything. We'll be here all night. And we got this right where the elbow is. It gets thinner. Actually, let me see. I think there's two parts. There's like it's the same. You can see it going one direction and then another direction, but it's still kind of like in that area. And then we got this like feathered fingers. I think there's just two little ones right in there. Creepy crawlies. I don't know, arachnophobia or whatever phobias some people have. It's kind of interesting. And little hairs here and there. I'm gonna make it thicker. Just try to draw the best you can. I'm kind of like just scribbling things in there because there's like little hairs and who knows what. And there, especially that top part, this whole top part right in there, little hair sticking out. That's not too shabby. Not too shabby. Here we go. All right, there's one arm. One arm down. Whew. Maybe it's a little, I don't know. It's not too difficult, I would think. I don't know. But then again, it's all relative, right? It's all, if you're having trouble, then it's difficult. If you're not having trouble, then it's easy. That's the way it goes. You just got to find your challenge, find your hard. All right, here we go. Here, this one is almost like a C as well. Is that kind of like, yeah, same thing, but just going a different direction. So this one's like the letter C. Come to a point. Let's see that letter C. And there. Then there's another little hair like above and below it. All right, this is the elbow. Right there. This area here, maybe thicken it up a little bit more. Attach it. Here we go, a little bit thinner. I'm gonna take two little fingers on the side, the top pointing in, and then all these little hairy in the top part, like we did to the other side. Not too shabby. All right, here we go. That's it. That looks good. I just scribbled it in. All right. I know we got down to our last half hour, so let's finish this up. Some people are hanging in there, hanging in there. That's awesome. We're down to 9 of you. All right, here we go. That looks good. Okay, the bottom four legs. We got one. Let's see, one. It attaches right up here, comes down. There's a little bit of a curve. It goes out, and there's a little bit of curve as it comes down. Almost, yeah, right in there. See, I'm seeing this shape there. Same thing on this other side. Goes out, down, and it curves out. Almost like, yeah, it curves down. And I'm just doing one line to kind of get that. And here we have this other leg. Comes down, and then it pinches. So there's this angle here, and then it curves. Same thing on this side. We're going to go out, down. Let's bring it up. Oops. Too low, I bet. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you finished. You shot. I think you should teach the class now. You're so good. And if you're a beginner, hey, hang in there. You know, I think this is not your first rodeo, I can tell. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is good. Good stuff. Awesome. All right. Yeah, let's go more challenging. What's the next one? We're gonna we'll do a couple flowers, then we're gonna do a face, and we're gonna call it a night. Let's see. We'll do a couple flowers. Let's see. I did have I think I had a, was it a sunflower? I think it was here. It looked pretty good. We have some corn on the cap. We've got a werewolf, dresser, a fly, a skeleton. Where's our flowers? Oh well. I'm giving some time to catch up. Oh, FIFA. A dinosaur. Or T-Rex to be. All right. Ooh, a shark. Yeah, so we're going to do some plants, and then we're going to do a face, and call it a night. All right, let's do this quickly. All right, let's finish up this because we already have somebody that's done. They're just sitting there. Try drawing it again. Try drawing something different. Try, making a story. How can we use these drawings? Bear and our bug. All right, here we go. Let's get that detail there. It's just the detail. Oh, the detail. Oh, somebody wrote, that's amazing. Great drawing. Yes, I like you guys. Yeah, it's awesome. You guys need to encourage each other, push it, and encourage. Courage. That's why we're warriors. Don't be a worrier, be a warrior. All right, there's something right at the elbow. It comes in right in here on both sides. Gonna come in. I'm adding all this detail now, and I'm just observing, putting it in what I think I see. I'm trying to observe, being observant. Again, this bottom one's a little hairy as it comes out. I guess. And has a little curve and a little hook. Looks like this one has like a little hook at the end of that. Uh, and your accuracy depends on you how accurate you want to get it. Yeah, when it comes to faces, that's the challenge. We're going to end with some faces tonight. We'll talk a little bit about proportions of a face. I have a really good book on, yeah, I don't know where it's at right now, but a really good book on facial expressions. Gosh, what's the name of the artist? Blanking out. But yeah, he was a comic book artist, and the book is really good because it shows different facial expressions. All right, there's one leg, one hairy leg. I'm just doing it. This one needs to be thicker, thickening up the legs. This needs to be thicker right here, a little bit of an elbow. And then yes, the bottom one is a little more furry. I'm going out like a little, like I'm thinking of a pine tree right here. See how kind of like a little pine tree, kind of going out on the sides. Kind of looks like that a little bit, like a little pine tree, little triangles as it comes out. And I think it has a little hook or a little something at the tip. So notice the thickness. Oh, I haven't done this with arm. Yeah, people are getting ahead of me. Let's speed it up. Now I'm trying to go to an easy pace. Not too hard, fast, not too slow. You have to find your own pace. It's not a race. Although sometimes, you want to speed up. Depends on what you're aiming at. There we go. All right, all right. This is my request. Let's, all right, so let's do plants or flowers. All right, that's it. Let's zoom out. I think that's it for our bug. It's alive. See, this is where my imagination goes, and I can actually start. I can see like a little balloon. It's holding a balloon. That's not a great balloon, but you can see that's kind of funny. All right, let's put a thumbs up on this drawing. Oh, can I? Oh, there we go. That's it. Add reaction. Thumbs up. Let's see. Add reaction style. There we go. I added two. Do you know how I can see the bug subject? Okay, good. We did that. All right, good, good, good. All right, let's get to our plant. Our plant and then our face. We're gonna only have 15 minutes for each. Oh, here's a flower. Looks like a tulip. Oh, we got a tulip. We got a Venus flytrap. Ooh, poinsettia. That's really complex. All right, Mika, thanks for joining us. See you next month. Actually, next month am I canceling next month? Oh no, I'm changing next month. We're changing it to the 12th. Next month we are going to the 12th. So it's not going to be the first week. It'll be the second week. Warrior week number 2. Oh, where's my... Oh, here it is. Ooh, perfect. Oh, look at that sunflower. We're going to draw that one. That'll be perfect. We'll draw that sunflower. And then somebody said a smiling face. I wonder if there's a smiling face. Yeah, the face kind of changes as you... I'll talk a little bit about proportions and stuff. This one's really good for perspective, I guess. The angle of that. Let's do a screenshot. Let's do a screenshot. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Ooh, look at that. We're gonna draw that one. These drawings are really good. These illustrations from this. I got lucky. I forgot to prepare. Actually, busy. Craziness. So here we go. This one's gonna be a good one. This is a good one. So I'm sure you probably got a screenshot of it already. And get it up in 3, 2, 1. If not, we're just gonna go for it. You have a screenshot. We're just gonna draw it. All right, here we go. I think our screenshot person might be gone. But anyways, now let's go. We have no time. No time. A smiley face. Oh, laughing face. Somebody said a laughing face. We're gonna do a laughing face. All right, here we go. Our next drawing. Our third drawing of the night. Gosh, time flies. Now this is really like an oval shape. I can really see that oval shape. So there's 2 oval shapes. I try to see the big shapes first. There we go. Nobody did a screenshot. That's all right. Let's take on the challenge. And there's this oval shape. I'm trying to capture this oval shape, and there's a slight angle to it. Right? There's a slight angle. There we go. So this oval shape, capturing that oval shape, there's a slight angle to it. So this oval, slight angle. There we go. Get that oval shape in there. Then you have the stem and the leaves. And it's going to be right in there. Oops, I'm not going to have space. There we go. So we have this oval shape. Notice this angle. If I had this axis line, my axis lines would kind of be like that. There we go. So that's the center, and this is the center there of this oval shape. More or less. I scribbled it in. I scribbled it in lightly. See that oval shape? Ah, focus. All right, here we go. Ah, camera's out of focus. Oh, there it goes. All right. Now, the center part, and I'm sure it has a name, is going to be right in there in this bottom half, right in there. And this bottom half is this oval shape, and we're kind of going in that same shape space. This is that center part of the sunflower. There we go, the center part. Looks like an egg. Now we're going to break it into parts. All right, we're going to break it into parts. All right, so we're going to do, I see 3 leaves. They're not leaves, they're petals. They're petals. They're modified leaves. They're petals. There's one petal that's like right here at the top. Right here at the top. Right at the top. So there's one petal there. One petal there. Another big petal here. This thirds. Somebody keeps going in and out. They're blinking on my screen. Trying to see if maybe you're having, oh, somebody has two profiles out there. It's all good. All right. All right. So there's 2 petals, and then there's one petal right here in between those 2. I'm just trying to get the placement. We can fix details afterwards. I'm just trying to see how it all fits. Here, there's a thin one kind of coming up at that angle and to a point. And then we've got, ooh, look at these. We've got 2, and I might bring the bottom up. We've got 2 little petals that are almost facing us. And this is what makes it in perspective, is that it's really an oval in space, a circle in space, actually, a circle in space. As circle, as you tilt it, it changes into an oval. And this is facing us. We've got some petals over here. There's 3 up here as well. I try to see things in groups, and I can see this group of 3 right in here, like right there. And there's the center one, and it has curves. Because it looks like a lot of detail, but if you start putting stuff together, like here in thirds, these 3 petals, like I did here, I put these 3 petals together, then I put these 3 petals together, make it look like one. And then, you know, being able to see the parts in the whole and go back and forth. Here we go. And then this petal is a little bit thinner. The one in the middle is thicker. Ooh, we have some interesting overlapping. Huh, interesting. Okay, there's those 3 here. We've got one that's coming here, and then there's one that comes up behind it. I have these 3, and then there's one up in here behind. Up in here. I'm about to lose my mind. Here we go. Yeah, so it's actually 4, I don't know, 4 petals. Zuzu's petals. All right. Oh, that was me. LOL. Could share screenshot the one, so was trying to from another. Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, no worries. I think it was like out of the corner of my eye. And I really appreciate that though. Any help, help, help. I couldn't I can't for some reason I cannot screenshot my own camera. So when I go to screenshot my screen, and if I have any camera, the camera goes away. Unless it's a picture, then I can screenshot a picture, an image. All right, let's finish this. Ready? Okay, so we got those 4 up there, which I said 3. We got 2 that are down below it. 1, 2, 2 that are below it. 1 that kind of sticks out right in here. So that's 3. These 2 that are together, kind of almost similar. Then you have this other one that's below it, like a triangle. And then you have one that's under that right in there. So these two here, kind of hard to describe. Those two, this one, that one, and then this one, these are underneath those two. There's a lot of little detail in here. And I'm kind of going a little fast. I'm kind of speeding it up a little bit. I'm not describing all of them, so do the best you can. Wish I could break it all down for you, but just practice, practice. Yeah, there is a bit of a gap right in here, which adds variety to the pedals. Adds some variety. This pedal back here is behind. I go in there and you can actually start seeing it come together. It's actually pretty cool. That looks pretty good. Just as a sketch, it's looking really good. I haven't even sharpened it up or anything. Okay. I think that pedal goes on top. This goes underneath. That goes underneath. I think that's it. I don't know. I think that's it with these pedals. There's another one. There's little ones here, like one behind here. Little details. All right. And then we've got the two, what are these called? They're not quite leaves. They're these, what are they? I'm sure they have a name. Somebody, flower parts. It's got like, I would call it like the collar, the collar of the flower. It's got two little collars like that. Two little collars. And they go in and out. Then you have the stem that goes in between that. I have my stem over here. I'm moving it over here. There's a little bump on that stem right here. So I have that little bump, but it's mostly going in one direction. Yep, one direction. Oh, that poor guy fell out the window. Yep, one direction. All right, so gosh, terrible. All right, so this leaf actually is way up here. There's this leaf. I'm trying to capture the leaf. I see an oval shape, and then all this little kind of like turbulence, and it comes down to a point. See, but I see this main body, the main body oval shape, and then off of that, it kind of like goes up, then down, and then up, and then down. See, and then it tapers as well. See, I had it attaching itself kind of like a turtle, but it doesn't attach like a turtle. It tapers. So it tapers. It goes thick to thin, which I had to fix. And it goes out that way. And then it goes in and then back out. And like that. And it tapers as well. All right. There we go. A little bit of shading. All right. So now all it is really just detail. Cleaning it up, getting it darker. Yeah. Add some shading. We need to talk about faces. 37. We're not doing too bad, actually. I can clean this up. Let's see. There we go. This leaf goes out that way and it curves. See, right in there. It goes up now from here. Notice the thickness. All right, if you're hanging in there, that's awesome. Start off simple. This is a lot more complex shapes. Even though we have the oval shape, then these are a lot more complex, compound shape. You have this oval shape in here, and then you have this um, tapering little leaf that kind of tapers off of it. That's pretty cool. All right. I'm gonna go back in there now and clean it up, sharpen it up. I can go in there and darken these edges, and that's gonna take a while to really get. But I'm happy with it. Okay. Ooh, some of the detail. This is really important. Inside, here a little bit halfway. Okay, so this is the half. Below that half, see, it's not right in the middle. It's not right in the middle. It's below the middle because of that perspective, because of how that. So you have that dark, almost iris. Then it goes. Yeah, there's a pattern to it. I'm sure one direction again, and then in another direction. There we go. And then the edges are dark. There's like a, well, it kind of looks like an eye, but it's really soft. I can, oh, actually, it's all shaded too. Go a little bit darker with it. Shading. The drawing's pretty much done. It's just details and cleaning it up. And, details and stuff. One day, all these videos will be cleaned up and you'll be able to draw from them. There we go. Just clean it up. Go in there, a little bit of shading. If you color it too, that'd be nice. Get some colors. Somebody said they were doing watercolors. Do watercolors. Oof. All right, here we go. Check some of these angles out. Like this petal here almost has this diamond shape. Yeah, you really need to learn to observe and go in there. I'm kind of like botching it a little bit, just kind of like going in there, but really, like here, these petals, go back in there and really see what they look like. Little bumps, some of the detail, where it goes, and some of the shading. There's like little, and it goes dark, a little bit darker from the center, and it lightens up as it goes out. There's these little gradients. It's a little bit, a little bit of shading here and there. Yeah. Oh, that looks pretty good. Not too bad. Yeah, there's some little bit of shading here and there underneath. Bit of shading. Same thing here. I'd probably color it as well. There's a pretty little. Oh yeah, probably one side is shaded. This is a sunflower. I'm gonna shade this real quick. It's cross hatching now. I'm hatching actually. That's just hatching. If I were to go again over it, then it would be cross hatching. One is hatching, two is cross hatching. And then we were doing scribbles or circles, circleism. That is a thing for shading. Little circles. Yeah, and I can go back in there and get a little more shading here and there, push things, a little more contrast, a little more all this detail stuff. Really look in there and see how is it shaded, stuff like that. You can do that. But we're running out of time. We're at 7:41. We're doing pretty good, doing all right. Let's zoom out. Let's see, zoom out. Bam, bam, bam. There's our sunflower. And go back in there and all right. Let's see if I can find a smiling face. A little break. Do a smiling face, and then we're going to call it a night. Thank you for joining us once a month. First Wednesday, except for next month, it'll be the second Wednesday. Let's see if, oh, smiling face. Smiling face. Smiling face. Smiling face. Smiling friend. Smiling face. Here we go. Da, 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 da. Ah. Now, which face shall we do? Let's the patterning in the center is called Fibonacci. Oh, really? Well, I know there's the Fibonacci sequence. No, oh, yeah. There's a really good video out there on that. Yeah, Fibonacci. I thought it was something like a Rosetta or something. The center of a rose. The center of sunflower is called. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. The petals, the center, each tiny disc in the center has both male and female. The pattern, the disc flowers are arranged in a beautifully symmetrical. Oh, it's based on the Fibonacci sequence. But there's a name for it says right there. I'm looking at it. It is based on the Fibonacci sequence, but yeah, there's a really good video out there. See if we finish early, I'll put it out there. I've shown it a couple times. It's really cool. So outside the petals, the center, I don't know, it just says center. Disc flowers, disc florets, florets or florets. The dark center of a sunflower is actually a cluster of hundreds or thousands of tiny individual flowers called disc flowers. Oh, disc florets. Oh, interesting. Disc florets. But it's put in a pattern based on the Fibonacci sequence, which is pretty crazy. Oh, there it is. Here's one. Circle flower head. Inner circle, middle circle. Oh, wow. Anyways. Thank you for looking that up. Alrighty, here we go. Let me share my screen. I don't see where I'm at. Oh, no. Is it this one? Here it goes. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. Let me share. Here we go. Screen one. There we go. We can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I did that. A little bit of research as well. Yeah, that's good. It's always be curious. Ask questions. Yes, yes, yes. So there we go. All right, so then I did a search of a smiling face. There we go. Here's some smiling faces. So we have, I don't think we're going to do the cartoons. We have two on top, two in the middle, two in the second row. Ooh, you shot very nice. Thank you for sharing. Awesome. All right, all right. There it is. And then we got that one man. I don't know. I kind of like this face right here. You're welcome. Great job. I think I like this face. This eyes are really simple. Face is really simple. I think we're gonna go with this face here. I wonder if we can zoom in on it. How can we zoom? Zoom, zoom. Yeah, we'll do this face. Smiling face. Smiling faces are challenging. Oh, interesting. Let me see if I can visit. See, hopefully it's a stock photo. I don't know how close we can get this. Ooh, dreams time. Ah, there he is. That's better. That's closer. Oh, welcome. I don't want to work. Oh, there we go. Free trial. Let me see. I think I can zoom in. Whoa, look at that. That's awesome. All right, here's your smiling face. All right, that's it. All right, good. Let me screenshot that one and then we'll annotate it. Oh, should we annotate it first? Let's annotate it. All right, so let's annotate it. Oh yeah, we can do that. Awesome. All right, here we go. Let's draw some rectangles. I like to draw the rectangles. Rectangles and squares. Actually, squares help a lot. So here we go. There's that one. Here's our first square. This square right here, you can see, ooh, right where the nose is. Look at that. Right where the nose is. And let's make a copy of that. Because what happens is the face is kind of usually, look at that right at the bottom of the nose. 2/3. We'll copy that. Paste it. Bam. Bring that down. Look at that. There's the thirds. Rule of thirds. So there's the thirds. You can see it, the face broken down into thirds. So we have a square, brought half of that square down, and you can see that there. That's going to help a lot. Look at that face. Oh, face only a mother can live. All right, let's screenshot that and finish this up. All right, screenshot. Wow, you guys are gonna be this is gonna be a good one. I can see it coming. Oh, yeah, Nishat, that's awesome. Thanks for helping. But here's one with the and the thirds. God, that's really good. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Awesome, awesome. All right. Last drawing of the night. Let's see how fast we can do this. We're gonna do it fast. Let's see, let's see. Here we go. 747. 747 coming out of the sky. Oh, here we go. Baby fingernails. We got 3 squares to do. Actually, it's really cool. We got 1 square. So for the top, put your square. Put your square in there. Let's see, make sure it's the same height, same width. We're going to cut that in half. And then we're going to add that half, another half to that bottom. So you have your square cut in half, same height, same width. And then we bring down, so it's the ratio is, if we to cut this in half again. Well, I won't do that yet. Get you all confused. So we have is a square cut in half. We're getting that bottom half and bringing it down. So now I'm going to draw a line in between that. And that gives us a 2/3. That's the ratio. 2/3. 2/3 ratio. The nose is right at the bottom. You can see the nose is going to be right there. The eyes are going to be up here in this half. Eyes are going to be in there. And there's usually an eye space in between. Yeah, there's an eye space right in between.
And là, we
Yes.
see,
Oh,
oh, I see the face
ah,
and not
yes,
the
yes, yes, yes,
drawing.
yes, yes, yes. How's that? That's better.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. All right, here we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I got the, thank you. So I have the one square, and then I cut that in half and brought that down. All right, so hopefully I didn't lose anybody. All right, so here we go. Let's do this then. Um, so in this area, here's going to be one eye. Here's going to be the other eye. There is a eye space in there. I try to find the center of that. That's where the middle, the pupil is going to be in that center of this square right in here. That's where the pupil is going to be. That helps get that going. And then he's got the nose. It's going a little wide. We can actually shoot for accuracy. I'm shooting for speed right now, just to kind of get the to get this going. Um, the proportions of the face, all that's more advanced. Really got to study it. What really helps is just, like what we're doing here is breaking it into parts and really seeing and observing. Like here, this smile comes down here. I don't know how accurate we're going to go. The top lip is straight, and that's going to be the challenge here is this smile, the cheeks, how they curve. And I'm not, I don't want to say under the gun, but I'd like to finish this quick. So here we go. Let's do this pretty quick. Ooh. He's got a mustache, a beard, actually. It's all in here. Watching my spacing. It kind of looks odd. Hopefully not too odd. There we go. Then I can see the mouth. We'll do the teeth in a minute, but the top line is straight, the bottom curves down. And you can see the mouth is right below the eyes. See, there's all these relationships and proportions when you're learning to draw faces, how it all kind of fits. Then the chin goes below our bottom line and then comes up here at this angle. Looks like he has a big chin, but he does. But there we go. Let me get in there, kind of like that. This whole forehead, he's got, seeing the space, and then adding the hair, the ear. You can see the placement of the ear, and seeing these relationships are really good. There's that ear. There's this other ear. Bam. All right. The eyes, I'm kind of, yeah. Let's see. We'll see. Yeah, I'm actually going really fast. And you can't really see all the top of his head, but I'm gonna add a little bit, kind of like, I'm kind of making him look older. Kind of looks like I don't know, from the Addams family, or I don't know who I'm seeing here. But it's all good. It's okay. What's important is the practice. It's not about perfection. It's about the practice, 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 practice. There we go. What is he reminding me of? I don't know. Okay, so I know where the center of the pupils are going to go. I'm going to go ahead and just start drawing the eye. I'm not. There's a lot of parts and a lot of stuff. I'm not going to. The eyelids. It's kind of like fused together. The eyelid and the eyelashes are kind of fused together. I'm getting this shape in here like this. You really have to almost study the eye and draw the eye 100 times. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Over 100 times. And then more you practice, and then getting to see how it all fits and then putting it all together. You can see I am drawing really fast. So just do the best you can. What's important is just the practice. And going out there, you got to find your own. Bob Ross never drew faces. I mean, not on the show. He did mostly landscape. The eyebrows, see how they come in. The nose. All this is in shadow. Boom, boom, boom. It's almost like a mask. If you can see the mask, let's see, and then get the, oh yeah, this one has a little bit of a, that, not bag, but going up in there. See, the placement really helps. The eyes coming in to a point. The eyelashes, all this is really dark, and there's a thickness to it. Try to capture that thickness. Mm. But when a face smiles, yeah, the muscles and the cheeks and all that is a different thing, whole different thing to drawing. Just just the challenge alone of drawing the proportions of a face, and then now you have these cheeks moving, the face moving. This one's a good one. When we put the teeth in there, you see that whole dark area right there. Getting those teeth in there, we'll get that right now. I just did that. I'm kind of bouncing around a little bit. I do apologize, but I'm trying to just, here we go. Get it under the gun. We got like 5 minutes to go. I'm not doing too bad. I think I can get this done in 5 minutes. Mm, all right. He's definitely looking a lot older than he is right there. That's okay. We're doing a drawing of him in the future. No, what's important is just, again, yeah, it is the practice. And then, if I took my time, not to make any excuses, not to play, it's kind of playing the blame game. Oh, I didn't have enough time. Oh, I was just playing around. Oh, it's just a sketch. That was a good one. I use that one. You can use that one too. Oh, it's just a sketch. And it is. I mean, if you're shooting for accuracy, you can actually take your time, and sometimes you're just trying to get ideas. What's the purpose? Knowing your purpose, what you're shooting for. It's just a sketch, just to practice inside of the ear. Yeah, even drawing ears, draw 100 ears. You have to practice, practice, practice all the parts. More than I can cover in one little day. We're almost there. Oh, there's this. There we go. My face is looking scary, yellow. Somebody says, yeah, mine's is too. But hey, it's all good. Yeah. I mean, at least your proportions are probably looking good. I really broke it down, I think, pretty good. I mean, this is a great way of doing it. Seeing that square and then bringing that down. I'm doing the different parts of the ears. I know my face is looking scary too. I think I can kind of shade the eyes out, and kind of like I don't know, because it was kind of shaded, bringing it out too much. Here's where the beard kind of comes in. The beard kind of comes in. There's a crease right in here on this outside. See the outside right in there. That outside, and then the beard, and then he's got like dimples. These dimples that are in there. Those dimples will help. And then the beard. See, I'm adding those cheeks. I'm exaggerating a little bit. So I'm pushing this cheekbone out. There we go. That's it. Yeah, it looks like he's got black eyes. I know the eyes are the windows to the soul, and we're kind of killing it a little bit. That's all right. Here's his cheek. It goes up that way. And again, I'm exaggerating that cheekbone a little bit. And the neck. The neck is, notice how it attaches. Everybody else does that neck too thick or too thin. Notice how it attaches and how it just, actually, here's the the sternocleidomastoideus. Kind of goes straight, and then the trapezium goes out. There's two parts to that neck. This part that kind of comes out. And then it around, curves around like that. Oh, here we go. That's looking better. I know my eyes are all messed up, but you can shade them out like this. I'm shading them out a little bit. All right, we're just going to focus on the mouth and the beard, and then we're done. The mouth and the beard, and I think we're done. Call it a night. All right, so the teeth here, interesting. There's like a little triangle at the end, at the edges. We're gonna put that in there, and then start putting the teeth coming in. The center. It's always hard to, you don't want to outline the teeth. It's always hard to stay away from that. But what really helps is getting these little indents right at the bottom. That's what really helps. The little indents of the um, right in there. That really helps sell the teeth. And if you draw bigger too, because faces, there's a lot of detail in the face. We're drawing kind of small, a little small, making adjustments and fixing things up. It does have that bottom lip. There's a little bit of lip, red lip, or yeah, a little pink lip there. And then he's got a little bit of there's a little bit of a line here, a little bit of hair there. He does look, you know what it is? The eyebrows are going down with that mask, and it makes him look mean. It's all good. It's just a practice. It's just a sketch. All right, so all this, I'm adding the beard to it, scruffiness beard as it goes around here. All the detail. There you go. What really gets sells this is again these creases, these dimples that are in there, and then I'm shading it in. That's the hair, the beard. Right. Very good. Not too bad. Get that beard in there, and I think we're done. Calling it a night right at 8 o'clock. Just like I said, kept it under. All right, so tomorrow, that's it. All right. And Francois, hello. How's it? Are you in New York?
No, no, I'm in Las Vegas.
Oh, you're in Las Vegas. Oh my gosh. What are you doing in
Yes.
Las I thought you were in New York.
I used to live in New York.
Oh, okay. How long ago? Because that was, I think, the last
How
time
long
we were.
ago? Wow. From 90, no, 1983 to 2011.
Wow, 2011. Wait, really? Oh,
A long
huh.
time ago.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be going to New York the end of the month. Mm.
Oh, great. In Manhattan or where?
Jesus, that's all new to me. Yeah, July 31st. It's yeah, Manhattan. We're gonna be off Broadway. We'll see. Yeah, we're gonna see Hamilton. And
Oh, fantastic.
yeah.
They're great museums too.
Yes, yes, yes. We got some museums lined up as well. All right, all right. I have missed there's some crow's feet or little wrinkles, laugh lines up there. But
This is a
anyways, that's all
great class,
detail.
Eladio. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
oh,
My
you're
God, I
welcome.
miss your class.
Oh,
So does Regina.
yeah, I know. I saw that. Yeah, she missed this class. Yeah. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys are back. And I'm sorry it's only once a month for now, but we'll see. I don't know. I don't know. It might even go away, but we're going to be around for another year, I think. We'll see. We'll see after that. I'm working on AI stuff still, and we'll see. A little bit of shadow in there. Yeah, I think the breaking down of the face really helped. I think I really liked. I saw somebody else do that. Break that down into a square and then add that bottom third. Kind of makes sense. All right, you're welcome. I'm glad it was fun, Jonathan. Thanks for the feedback. We will call it a night if you'd like to share. I guess feel free to share. Post or next month, put pictures that you'd like to stuff that you'd like to work on. You're welcome. All right, calling it a night. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you. Be curious, be
Thank you,
creative.
Eladio.
You're welcome, and be courageous. Thank you. Good night.